building. What's up, girl?
What's up? What's up, everybody?
We got us a big,
Glad to be doing another show.
yeah, we got us a big task today. Cause a lot of times we talking, and um, I know it's things that you see clear, and I see clear, but
Hmm.
I know a lot of people don't see it. So what we gonna try to do is explain kind of some of the dilemmas that's going on because it's a narrative that's being built and we got to remember that our front office is going to always try to sell us optimism,
That's right.
and we have to be able to kind of know when it's real and when it's wee woo. you know
Hmm. Yep.
um I always preach that your voice matter. I preach that we should be participating in this process. So we go kind of go through some of the dilemmas that's going on. So let's just kick it off. The big issue, and let's just go, is that a lot of people, I don't think they see that there's a major schism potentially happening, and that there are Brian Schottenheimer type coaches, and then there's front office type coaches.
That's right.
So, and just like there was a war, and they was having a war with Booker versus Matthew Golden, it's still gonna be, and it's natural that it's a war between the coaches. So go ahead and give your thoughts, and then we'll start showing the evidence.
Yeah, I mean, it's a clear divide. If you're looking closely, like it's a divide on who is the front office picks and who is Shotty's picks. We know from Shotty, and based off of how he did the hiring process on the offensive side of the ball, he got, and you qualified the term
Qualified strangers.
Qualified strangers. That's who he gets, right? He gets exactly like you got to hear right on the screen. Clayton Adams, Connor Riley, Junior Adams, our other coach, I forgot, he coached at Pittsburgh. I can't remember his name, but that guy, like
the
Shotty
receiver
on his
from
side
Oregon, receiver coach, qualified strangers. He ain't know none of them.
Exactly. He didn't know any of them, but he brought in guys that he's been monitoring and keeping track of all these years, right? Seeing who's doing innovative schemes, who's really dominating, right? And so as we look at the list, we can see, and we also know that Shotty likes youth. He likes those guys who can bring energy. That's what he wants. That's what he requires.
That's how you know when it's him. Yep.
Exactly. That's how you know when it's him. So when you looking at this list, you look at Zach Orr, you looking at Christian Parker, you looking at DeMarcus Covington, you looking at Charlie Bullard, right? So you looking at all these guys, and they even, you would say maybe Ephraim Banda, like these are young guys where Shotty feels like these guys have energy and who I feel like can really add something new, innovative, and exciting to my defense. And then you have the guys, it's some names on there that are sticking out where we're saying this doesn't look like Shotty.
Nope.
Not personality wise, schematically, philosophy. It's looking like track record. It's not looking like Shotty, right?
Yep.
Shotty wants guys that you can look at what they've recently done and say, okay,
that's Shotty. That's how you know when it's Shotty.
Yeah. Exactly. When we got Clayton Adams because he was
clearly dope.
One of the best run schemes in the NFL.
Period. Yeah, it was clear.
You bring in Connor Riley because this guy is
clearly dope.
Top NFL talent, right?
Exactly.
One of the best offensive, and he was heavily connected to a lot of our players.
Right.
So when Shotty is bringing in these people and they match his philosophy.
Right.
You got to match Shotty's philosophy if you're going to be on his staff. When we're looking at people, and I'm going to say this, we are not against, what's his name? Jim Leonhard. I do think that Jim Leonhard is qualified.
Right.
But the issue with Jim Leonhard is that he is being pushed up.
He's being pushed
above everybody else.
Yes.
And no one else is being considered in the local media, seeming, or no one else is being properly considered. We're hearing he's already the pick, and all these other guys are just people they're thinking about adding to his staff.
Right. And
right.
That shit ain't.
And then and it's not really adding up because these guys are more qualified. The guy Zach Orr, that's a defensive coordinator. He just had a top 10 defense.
Yeah, he more qualified.
2024.
He is
right. He's more qualified. When you bring in somebody like what's his name, Christian? I guess his name Christian Harris.
Can we do Leonard second? Cause see, people think we got something against Leonard.
Okay, well, let's do Leonard second.
I'm having people hitting me up like, is it race? I'm like, bro, if y'all don't stop this shit, like, listen. When you dealing with me, you dealing with Star, it's all about, honestly, just what's smart. Like, it's not about what color you are. It's about, like, for those of you who don't know, my number 2 coach on my list is white. Okay?
Yeah.
My number 2 coach on my list based on track record and matching Shotty is an actual being a DC in the league that showed a turnaround. He's number 2. So get off my dick on that white black shit. Like, stop, man.
Yeah, exactly. No, and I can say for me, I have people in my top 3 candidates. 2 of them are white.
Right.
So this has nothing to do. This has nothing to do.
This ain't pushing black. This
no.
Stop.
No.
See,
this is not pushing that. And I had to even question. Yeah, go ahead.
Nah, I'm just anyway.
But
some of y'all should know us better
Gannon.
than that by now. Some of y'all should know us better than that. Because we was the people that was pushing Cooper, the Gene. See, people forget that. When there was a whole lot of Cowboy fans, I don't know about a white corn. I was like, you stupid. You are stupid. But people forget that we was doing that. People forget that part. See, when we over here defending a white guy, we not question. You know what I'm saying? But when we putting the black guy over the white guy, now we question. Okay.
And that's just so lame. That's
lame as hell. Like, so that's why I don't want to start with Jim, because then I want to start with the other guy that appears to be the front office guy.
Okay, let's talk about him. So we heard today that Gannon is top 2 behind Jim Leonhard.
Oh my God.
And I don't know what's going on, but when you look at this man, he does not fit Shotty at all.
Oh, hell no.
His temperament and energy don't. And shout out to Law, because Law posted a clip of Jonathan Gannon giving his team speech.
It was horrible.
Absolutely not. And you could see all his players just looking at him like, okay. But then when you go to schematically, Shotty said, I want to be multiple. I want to create turnovers.
Right.
I want, basically, I want a confusing defense. I want one of these coordinators that confuse me, or that can take a complex thing and make it simple.
Right.
When you look at When you look at Jonathan Gannon,
it ain't
stagnant. No disguise.
None.
No blitzing.
Yep. Philly hated him. The fans hated him.
Couldn't stop the run. They blame him. They said he the reason why they didn't win that 2022 Super Bowl.
Exactly what they do.
Because he refuses to adjust. And then we found out he's also an Eberflus disciple. When you add all of that up, you have to ask yourself, why was Shotty, the man that he just fired, when they were saying he was going to take 10 to 15 days, Shotty fired him on Tuesday. Why in the hell would he go ahead and bring in his disciple? Does that make sense?
No. And so now I'm finna show y'all the evidence, okay, that there's a schism. If you don't know what a schism is, there's a divide, okay? There's clearly front office guys versus Shotty types, and we go talk about how to identify them, okay? So, first of all, by Jerry's own words, Gannon should be disqualified. Please listen.
But I particularly had a party when we got him to have him come in.
He talking about Eberflus. Listen.
And I was excited about having the uniqueness of his staff. The idea being you get, there is an advantage to having your proverbial, what kicked and still living to tell about it, having been hit in the foxhole and come on back and have a go.
So let's see. Fuck that. Let's listen. Okay. This is what he's saying. Let me sum it up. I like coaches that's coming to me flawed. Mm-hmm. So people got to understand why. when he is getting you flawed, you need him. He's also able to exert more influence on you. He's also able to get you at a better price. That's why Mike McCarthy was cheap, Dan Quinn was cheap, Eberflus, and Brian Schottenheimer. Because I have it right here. Let me let him finish first.
Okay. That philosophy has not worked.
See, wait. Why we looking at Gannon? Hold on, wait. Hold on, because he gonna keep going.
Several times around here, and y'all have had me advocate it for the last 30 years. I like to have guys that have had hard times, and then they come back and get a chance to redeem it. One of the best things about all of football is you get to redeem yourself both on and off the field. If you're still active in a player, it's a redemption thing. And you've got that, and it will cause a lot of what you've done not satisfactory to be forgotten. Football does that for people, coaches and players. And so I say to our fans, the way we've done it, I'll assure you that the way we've done it in the past, that alone will cause me not to do it that way now.
Wait! Did you hear that promise, Star?
Yep, I sure did. Hear
the guy that got that proverbial butts kicked. He said he wasn't touching them no more.
He said, "I'm not touching those types of guys." He said he's not touching, and he just told on himself. He said, "For the last 30 years, I wanted cheap, desperate coaches." And when you look at it, that's who he's picked. He picks the guys that either were great DCs at a time, but they've fallen off. So he wants to bring them here to restore them, or they've been great coaches. Mike McCarthy, Dan Quinn fit that, right? Both won Super Bowls, great. Eberflus run these great defenses, coach great players. Even Monty Kiffin, he likes bringing people who are former greats
that need him.
Then he brings but they need a way back into the league. You know, nobody really want to hire them like that. They've been kicked down. What he say? It's a good story, and it's also because of those clicks and views. You know what I'm saying? If a coach can be buns and then come to Dallas, and all of a sudden he's got a top 10 defense, that creates great story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it gets
does.
a lot.
It's a good story. It is.
It's a good story. It gets the money.
Yeah.
But he also said in his press conference, when you pick those types of coaches, a lot of the times, it can be good, but then it can also be harder for those coaches to pick themselves back up.
Yep.
It's harder for them, right? Because difference. He gets the credit for restoring your image. Exactly. Yep. But the issue with those types of coaches is when you're cheap and you're desperate and nobody really wanted you and you were out of the league, or it felt like you was on your way out of the league, now that gives Jerry the right and the ability to have the control. It's real life trading places. Yeah.
You ever saw that movie?
I don't think I've never seen it.
Oh my God. Star, I love you. Google it today. You gonna thank me. And you gonna thank D.A. Lee. It's classic and dope. Yeah. And when you see it, you gonna die. You gonna be like, damn.
It is. Right. Yeah.
It is. I ain't gonna even give it away. It's that classic of a movie. It's a movie called Trading Places. I ain't gonna, but listen, it is real life Trading Places. So I ain't gonna, because if I start explaining it, I give it away. I love you too much, Star, to do that. But he basically said Gannon shouldn't be in the mix.
Right.
That alone. That's simple logic. If whatever we've been doing to do it in the past we need to change that, that'll happen. That's what you have to do when you're doing it, making the ultimate calls.
So he makes the ultimate call, meaning he was putting it on himself. You see what I'm saying? That, and see, people got to remember, this was the final interview, so he was trying to distance himself from Eberflus. Right? So he went out there and made a promise that I'm, as the ultimate guy, don't touch those guys that got their proverbial butt kicks and trying to be the restoration story. Hence, it should not be Gannon. It should be
Exactly.
guys that's currently showing shit, not guys
Exactly.
because it's two types of guys that he lean on that you'll still get a cheap price on. First timers like Brian Schottenheimer, like Jim Leonhard, and former greats that are now falling off the saddle.
Right.
So
because Jonathan was a hot candidate whenever they went to that Super Bowl. Right, everybody was wanting him. That's how he ended up getting that head coach job.
Right.
But when you listen to Philly fans speak about Gannon, it is not very hot.
hate
They
him.
feel the same way we felt about Kellen Moore.
Yep.
How it's like, Kellen had, if you look at the numbers, he had the success, but we knew the real issues with Kellen.
That's how
And
Philly
so they
was.
they knew the real issue with Gannon.
Yep.
And his issue was refusal to change, refusing to adjust,
Right.
refusing to disguise, refusing to blitz.
Right.
What does that sound like? We just went through that.
We
this
just
year.
went through that.
Like, so why is he here? And if you look at the list, it looks like, he fits. He's young. No. See,
no.
that's how they get you. They slid him in there.
They slid him in
because
there.
they said because he's young too. He's
Look at
40.
that. He's top
No.
2. He's top
Yeah.
2, boss.
Absolutely.
Star, he's top 2 on their list. Man,
Look
if
at
you
that.
don't
Right. He
And
just
so-
slides in there. He looks like he belongs, but it's like, no, he actually does not belong. He does not belong.
So for the people that think we just on Jim Leonhard head over some like bias against him, no. It's equal opportunity comparison. So it's a reason. And listen, I said this earlier. This a reason. Listen, like if you look close, Charlie is dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Charlie is dope, and he fits Shotty. Qualified stranger with a current track record.
Current track record. Exactly. That's what he wants. Shotty is not going to get someone. He doesn't bring in people where the following year before you were not good.
Right. He don't do that.
He brings
gets
in
you hot.
Hot upcoming coaches. So
Yes.
What Gannon is on the list. He does not
Not
fit
fit.
the Shotty criteria.
No. And see,
Everybody else is fitting. Even Leonhard fits because he's hot. He's upcoming. He's young.
right.
Gannon, no.
No. And I do want to explain when we say being pushed by the media. I want to really go into that.
Yeah.
That is not saying that the media is intentionally being nefarious or even being a total kiss ass to Jerry and Steven.
Yep.
A lot of times what's happening is they are reporting what they are hearing. So like, for instance, you would hear Bobby Bell say that Jim is a favorite, right? That's because he's likely hearing that. Okay. So he goes out and expresses that. But what's not also expressed is the motive of the person that's leaking it to him. So as the reporter, it's his job to say, this is what I'm hearing.
Right.
So I want to be clear that it doesn't necessarily mean that they are being water carriers. You know, I want to be very clear on that. You know, they could be too. It could be all out water carrying. It could be
right. But it just like A doesn't automatically
equals
B. They could, but it doesn't mean it because they could, like you said, just be hearing what they're hearing. But you got to figure out, well, why is the front office pushing these guys?
Right. And see, and that's what we got to be careful of, because we got to remember that Jerry has a type.
Yeah.
He
Exactly.
has
He
a
sure
type.
does.
He
has a
and
type.
see, I'm gonna have to do another show on this, because Coach Marv sent me a list of the coaches and pay scale. I didn't have time to put this in this presentation.
Coach Lamar be hard on that.
Coach Marv, he fed.
He goes so deep when it comes what we paying these coaches.
And see, this is the deep part, but I feel bad because I didn't have time to put it in, because Coach Marv made the point on his channel. Support Coach Marv. Coach Marv at Coach Marv. Go like and subscribe. Super quality content creator. You get a lot when you listen to Coach. All right, so I was listening to Coach, and he was like, "This is what a lot of people got to understand. The quality payment of your head coach also bleeds down to the payment of your sub coaches. That's why it's almost guaranteed that what's likely getting ready to happen over there in New York now is what? They probably finna put together a strong staff because they already sent the signal with the payment that they sent to him. John is one of your most highest paid coaches now. So as the scale goes down, they go be higher paid, which allows the Giants to recruit top coach talent.
Exactly.
So what Jerry does,
they gave him a huge budget.
Right. They gave him a huge budget
for his coaches.
Yeah. Yeah. And so the deal is this, you know, and that's why we explaining this, because see, we got to be able to show you the divide, and we got to be able to discern who's who. So I'm gonna give y'all another one to kind of break down to me and Star who looks like the shoddy guy and who looks like the Jim guy. I mean the front office guy. So we talked about qualified strangers, right? So I asked this question. I said, who was responsible for making the corner all pros? Was it Jim or was it Parker? Who is the guy that has the current resume of creating all pros? Who was the guy who literally, and see, my boy Hen broke this down. When Parker was coaching Surtain was targeted. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And some people was like,
because he wasn't defensive player of the year yet.
Right.
He's just coming up.
Yeah. So who was coaching him during that period? And so when you see Shotty get this guy and you look at the resumes of the guys that he just coached, you can see that Shotty is trying to do what he did with Clayton Adams.
Exactly.
So
exactly. And
go ahead. I mean,
no, I was just gonna say, like, you can see that they doing the same. When you look at Jim Leonhard, he just came to the Broncos in 2024. That was last year. So he can't take credit for Surtain. He had just gotten there.
Right.
When Surtain was defensive player of the year last year. So yeah, did that happen while he was there? Yes, but we know Surtain was already Pro Bowl All-Pro corner, right? He just finally got up to that level of defensive player of the year. But the guy who actually developed him, drafted him, is Christian Parker. The guy who actually has 2 first-team All-Pro corners in the same year.
That's shoddy.
That's why you know it's shoddy, because shoddy wants the guys that are hot now.
Right.
The guys that have the results now.
Right.
Not somebody who was hot a couple years ago.
No. Right.
That's how you know Gannon don't fit.
He don't fit. It's
Jim
not
Leonhard. It's not that his. When we look at the Broncos defense, they're good. It's good.
Yeah.
So he is hot, but when everybody is focusing on what he's done, it's all about what he did in college.
Yeah. And another reason I think Jim is being pushed, because I think Steve and them calling.
Yep. I think for sure. I think Stephen and Jerry are telling
the local media.
The local media, this is who we want, right?
This is who we want.
When you and then also when I'm looking at these other candidates that Shotty is interviewing for for defensive coordinator, those guys, a lot of them have been former defensive coordinators, or they've had a long track, record in the league.
Right.
Jim Leonhard, yes, you did move up fast with the Broncos, and that's something to be noted.
It is.
But Shotty is not for this DC job, because I went to college. My top candidate right now was I just did a show on a Matt Patricia, who is in college.
Yeah.
Shotty is not really going after.
That's your top candidate. Boy,
yeah,
I
Matt
love
Patricia,
you. Can we air doubt first? My girl.
Matt Patricia is my top candidate, Well, I put him 1B and Flores 1A, but
What?
we don't know if we're gonna get Flores. Yeah, but I have them right there, and they come from the same. They're both Bill Belichick savants. So, but I have them up there. But Shotty is not really looking to the college world for his DC. Right, he's not looking to the college world for his DC, even though I wish he would look at. I feel like you need to look at Matt Patricia. I don't care, like you need to look at him. But if he's not, it doesn't seem like that's his type. When you looking at Jim Leonhard, it's like that's the bulk of what we have to go on compared to these other coaches that Shotty is looking at. It's looking like he wants somebody who's a little bit more proven, and we think Jim is a good
proven.
League proven. I think Jim is a good candidate.
Yeah,
but we have to ask ourselves. He only been with the Broncos since last year.
Yep.
Is he league proven?
No.
Who is he make? Who can we say he's made over there on that Broncos defense?
Right.
Is he producing Pro Bowlers and All Pros that wasn't already there before he got there?
Can I hit a button?
Oh, hell no.
Exactly.
Just keep it real.
Just keeping it real. It's like, so we just think Jim probably need to cook a little bit more.
He need to be in the oven, man.
Before he goes straight up to head coach or straight up to defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And so we're not saying if Jim is not is a pig, we'll get behind him. But what we're saying now is we feel like because of the front office is pushing him so much. This is what I said on the phone with Boss. I said, if the front office is pushing you,
I don't want you.
That's not a good sign.
That's bad.
That's not a good sign. Because
see, that usually comes with them putting their hand in your back.
Exactly.
People got to understand that. See, putting Kellen Moore under Mike McCarthy was putting their hand in his back. They was able to manipulate. This is why I go against Trojan horses. Putting Eberflus under Brian Schottenheimer was putting their hand in his back. It's a way for them to co-coach. You know?
Exactly. It's co-coaching.
It's co-coaching.
And it's like, y'all know the Joneses way is they don't like to do interview process. Think about it. Mike McCarthy, they didn't do no real interview process. He's been not over his house. They said hired. When they say I want you, they don't want to look at nobody else. That's not good because that means they're looking at you and they feel like I can control you.
Yeah. And see,
you're going to be a puppet. A deference.
A deference.
What Jerry said.
Deference.
Yeah.
Deference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a couple of things real quick that we got to get to. So we needed people to understand why Jerry say stuff that seemed crazy to everybody else. Like, it was so hard for me to get rid of Eberflus because see, Eberflus is the worst ideal for us. It was perfect for Jerry.
Right.
It was
exactly
perfect for
what
Jerry.
He needed. Even though we knew this man got ran out of town.
Yeah. But
like
if you're trying to co-coach, he was perfect. So that's why it was such a hard decision. Because see, let me tell y'all the real true thing that I believe going on with Jerry. Jerry bought himself into coaching. Jerry says all the time, I would have been a coach. But he did it the slick way. What he did is he bought himself into coaching. You know?
Exactly.
So he looks and scouts, and that's why he clearly said, I like those coaches who had their proverbial butts kicked for that redemption story. See, he sells it like it's good, but what he really doing behind it is he knows he has influence when you came into the organization needing him.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I want to go deeper into Jim too, because a lot of people think that Brian Schottenheimer got this love for Jim and that there's this previous relationship. It's not true, y'all. Listen.
Some work to do, but that ought to be one area, as Coach said, that ought to be one area that you can get better in if those are your problems.
Listen.
Jonah Javad, WFAA. Two questions. First with Shotty. Jim Leonhard, you guys overlapped a little bit in New York. Just curious, what your relationship is like, and do you guys still have any familiarity? I know the NFL's kind of, bit of a fraternity, but
Yeah, I mean, I saw Jim before we played Denver. Yeah, Jim's a heck of a football coach. You talk about just a great football player, man. We had some great years together in New York, and again, I would not say we've stayed in touch. This business is hard, right? You get going a million.
I
He
can't
felt
say
the need
we.
to this. He felt the need to this thing because y'all gotta pay attention to Shotty. It's like Shotty probably already knew the front office was gonna push
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah.
So
he
Shotty's
started.
like
He was pushing to the boy.
Mike McCarthy. Remember, y'all know Mike McCarthy. He would let it be known.
Yeah.
That's them, and this is me.
Me. Right.
So the way he answered this question was very strategic.
Very strategic. And see, he also did this in a draft with Booker and Matthew Golden. When they asked about
sure
speed,
did.
he was like, speed is
He
good,
sure
but it
did
ain't
about
everything. See,
everything.
you gotta peep the pattern of your head coach, man. Like when he
Exactly.
fighting
Pay
for
attention.
something, he gonna be high on it. If he don't
Exactly.
want it, he gonna be kind of like
General,
general,
great,
very general.
He's a great guy,
He's a
great player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Don't
he
keep in
started to
touch
give
with
credit
him.
to the other men. Listen,
Miles,
Yep.
but you got to speak to what Sean and that entire staff has done there, and Vance Joseph, obviously a guy a ton of respect for. So Jim's an excellent coach, and I think they had a heck of a year.
hard pivot, Jerry. Question for you.
You see how he
Yeah.
said
They
they
had
had a
a-
heck of a year.
yeah, they had a heck of a year.
If he had a relationship with him or he wanted Jim, he would have used that time to really pump him up.
Right.
Because that's what he does. When Shotty loves you,
He pumps
he's
you
gonna
up
pump you up. He's gonna speak very
very
highly
high.
of you.
Yes. And see, when he was talking about Flores, it was the total opposite, wasn't it? It was,
Right.
see, they're smart because they're multiple. You know why? Because they hire veterans. And when they hire veterans, and I really look up to Flores and it's going to be, yeah. And so, you see, it's a big difference.
Yep.
So, what's the difference between, and see, because a lot of people don't understand. They don't understand that we've done a lot of research on this. We're not just talking, right?
Right.
What's the difference between him talking like that with Jim and then Star? What's the difference?
Well, the difference is that Clarence Hill put out that Orr and Shotty they coached together, number one, because he didn't coach with Jim. He was a coach, I guess for Jim, or first of all, he was an offensive coach. So I don't even know why they trying to just make that a big connection, because it's not, but whatever. But Shotty actually coached with Orr. And Clarence Hill put out they're close. They've made a close relationship. That's what I'm
Maintained
saying.
it. Right.
They've maintained a close relationship. Shotty said, I don't keep up with him.
Right.
So if Shotty don't keep up
with you, then he don't care.
then
Like y'all
exactly,
trying
he
to.
does exactly like y'all trying to connect these dots. Like
shit don't connect,
Jim was
dog.
a defensive player, I'm an offensive player, but all of a sudden we were so close together.
Right.
Like, what are y'all talking about? That's what I'm saying. And it's not to take away from what Jim is, but it's the fact that the front office wants him because they feel like we can mold him, we can control him. That's what they feel.
That's what they
and that's
feel.
that's why they're looking at him like that. So
Right.
that's why we don't want him here, because it's like, listen, if Jim comes here, then look at this. This is the person. Oh, I put this on
I
AI.
know.
Well, is this the
I
one?
know. Like I ain't talking about that.
I
Fuck
asked
that.
AI,
I ain't
yeah.
doing that shit.
Oh,
Like,
but here's the tweet.
yeah.
With
So
Hill.
Clarence put to Star's point, and we're showing you the evidence. We're not making this up. We literally showed. Oh my girl, I've been thinking about you, Rebel girl. Where you been? Oh man, that's good to
Angie.
see you. I love man, Rebel man, boy.
With Angie.
Yes, man, that's Rebel, man. Rebel, it's been going down, girl. I'm gonna call you. I swear, I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about, when some people come in the building, man, you be like,
Yeah, exactly. I
Rebel,
feel
we
you.
need you in
Okay.
the streets. We do. These
We
streets
sure
is
do.
cooking right now. We need shooters, man. Hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. Hold on real.
Everybody around me shooters. Ain't no telling who was shooting.
We need shooters in these streets. We need people that's willing to fight for this DC, because it's going down right now. It really is. It's a game
Exactly, it
going
really
on,
is.
and we ain't falling for it. So check this out. To Star's point, and we showing the evidence. Zachary Orr and Brian Schottenheimer coached together with the Jacksonville Jaguars. They have remained close since.
And where would Clarence get that information from?
Hold on, I got a button. Who told Clarence that?
Who told Clarence that him and Zachary have a close relationship?
Right.
Who would know
Who
that
would know?
Zachary and Brian have a close relationship?
Did you leak that? Did you leak that, Brian?
Exactly. So exactly, Brian bringing these people in here because he want these guys. Like if Brian, the reason why him leaking that to Clarence shows what, and now Clarence is continuing to push, or he knows something.
He knows something.
He knows
and
something.
This is why
something.
This is why we trying to show y'all the internal civil war. So for all you people, y'all just don't like Jim Leonhard. Man, listen, bro. Y'all should know me better than that by now, and y'all should know Star better than that. Everything we trying to do is nothing but about comparing every one of these guys equally. Every one of them. And that's why I'm trying to tell y'all, don't let these people force a candidate on you. And a lot of people because see, now people not thinking logically. I'm like, okay, when in the history of football has college success been so focused on?
It had. Now you can use it.
You can use it.
It's a part of,
and it's a value.
Resume.
Yeah.
Right. But it does not trump what you've actually been able to do in the NFL.
League.
Because just because you was good in college don't mean you're gonna be good in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like we already know that. Just because great in college don't mean great in the NFL. That's coaches and players.
Right.
So shouldn't it matter more, y'all? I mean, I'm looking at Jim. Y'all, the man just got into the NFL last year.
Man, I got so excited.
Are y'all serious?
I got so excited about Angie. I forgot to show her super chat. Like I got excited to see her face.
Angie got super chat.
Yeah, it was a super chat. I just got crooked and didn't read the shit. She said the door is getting smaller and smaller. Jerry needs to let Brian cook. Yep. Cowboys can't BS with this DC high. I appreciate you both putting in the work. Keep dropping that dope content. We got you, sister.
Thank you, Angie.
And listen, y'all, this needs to be a community effort on this one, man. Like you got to ramp up the streets right now. I'm being honest.
Yep.
Take y'all goddamn vacations when this DC is hired. Because I'm going to be honest, what's really likely going on, man. Your head coach is fighting and he's sending out the whistles. He needs soldiers to push his message.
He needs soldiers to push his message. And y'all remember when Shotty got hired, he did a personal message to the fans. And he said, fans, I if y'all want me to bring y'all Super Bowl, I need y'all help. So Shotty already knew what he was going to be getting into when he came over here.
Yeah.
And he's had to fight since day one.
Right.
And now he had a coach forced on him in Eberflus. And now they trying to sneak in this hiring process. They trying to sneak in little Trojan horses once again. But you gotta actually watch and look to know
the types.
Because watch the types exactly.
And it's not like color. Gannon, it's not black and white.
Exactly. It's
the types. Yep.
Right. It's not black and white because you can be qualified. I mean, we was excited last year for Clayton Adams, Connor Riley, all them white. So it got nothing to do
with black versus white. Like y'all keep trying to say, boss, I see why you like that guy over Jim.
It's like, oh my god.
Oh my god, I can't do nothing with you motherfuckers.
Exactly, we can't do nothing with y'all. But
yeah,
I hadn't even done research, but looking at this resume of Jim, this is not good. That's not. I'm sorry, y'all, because I really hadn't looked into Jim too deeply. But this man just got in the NFL last year, y'all. And y'all saying he ready?
And see what they
Everybody else on the list been in the NFL. Even if they were out of the NFL, they was in the NFL. Like,
right.
Come on, y'all.
Yeah. I
didn't know his resume was that weak. That's weak to me. I'm sorry.
This is the difference between me, you, and most people, especially Star. Star is bluntly honest. You know what I mean? And people not used to that. They not used to. He needs to cook like straight up.
Yeah.
Like
he need to cook. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's honestly not enough to and people. And the propaganda has worked. It has worked, because if you go out in the streets, let me show y'all a poll to show y'all how strong propaganda is. I gotta show y'all this. Listen,
it's so strong.
See, and I'm telling you, man, front office is working them phones. They working them phones.
Mm-hmm.
They work, and I'm gonna tell you, they working for Gannon and they working for Jim.
Exactly. Gannon and Jim is who they working for.
They working for Gannon and they working for Jim. Hold on real quick. I gotta show y'all this. This is crazy. Y'all, hold on. Where is it? I did a poll. Oh, here it is. This poll is crazy. It shows you how crazy propaganda is. Look at this. I said, who should get credit for development of Patrick Surtain? I said, Christian Parker or Jim Leonhard. Now, Jim Leonhard just got there. So it was Christian Parker who coached him up as a rookie, right? Developed him into the defensive player of the year, all of that. But look, Jim getting 46% of the credit.
Mm-hmm.
That show you that they seeing the name and they just assigning the credit to him without even really knowing the real history.
They don't even know the history.
They don't know the real history, but they see the name Jim and they said Jim.
Jim, exactly.
Yep.
Because Jim, and they're just going off of, well, Jim is who's there
who
right
getting
now.
pushing. He getting pushed right now.
They don't even know who Parker is. That's why the people who selected Jim don't even know who Christian Parker is.
Yeah.
But when you look at Surtain, hold on, I'm trying to look at something up. He's Surtain Jr. Okay. But when you look at Patrick Surtain, came in the NFL in 2021, right? How many times he been a Pro Bowler? He's a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so he already had 2 Pro Bowls before Jim Leonhard got there. was already all. Do y'all realize Patrick Surtain was all pro his second year in the league? And who was there? He was first team all pro. And who was there? Who was his DB coach?
Parker.
Christian Parker. Christian Parker was with the Broncos from 2021 to 2023 as the defensive backs coach.
Corner coach.
Right. So that was his direct coach.
Direct.
So who made him is Christian Parker.
Right.
Leonhard, he was already a multiple time Pro Bowler before Leonhard even
walked in there. Before he walked in there. And so then some people was like, his dad made him. I said, oh, you sure about that? What about them other 2 all pros that he made?
Exactly.
What about them 2? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then my question is, when is results what matter?
Exactly. When is results what matter? Because y'all not attributing nobody else to talk about his daddy made him. You know how many of these players had their dads as coaches and stuff like that? Ain't nobody saying their dads made them.
Man. Listen.
Hey. You can't say that, no.
Hey, and see, we got some more. We dropping a lot, man. See, Miss Star, I told you, boy, listen, y'all better follow Star. Boy. Star. It's a damn shame you took you this long to get to 1,000. Damn shame.
I know. But it's my
damn shame. Like, you way too dope to only be at 1,000. Swear.
Yep.
So check this. But you know, I honestly know why too. Like, your level of honesty, like the Cowboy fans,
it can rub people the wrong way.
We kind of skittish. We really are. It's been so long since we've won anything. You just blunt and direct with what's the truth, and we get we get scared when people say, "Oh yeah, Jerry playing with us." Oh man, I don't want to listen to her channel. I don't want to listen to Boss because this sounds negative. This sounds depressing. Let me go listen to somebody else.
Or
all right, bro.
Zach Martin's regressing. He's going to retire in 2 years. You know, people don't want to hear that.
And it happened just like you said.
Positive.
Right.
Yeah, it happened just like I said. Just like I said. But people don't want to listen to that because they want to be positive. And people don't like when you talk about like their favorite players and stuff like that. But you see, we don't have any of these special agendas. Our agenda is help the Dallas Cowboys win another Super Bowl.
Yeah. And
that's our agenda.
Somebody said, who you want, Boss, or Parker? Or I take Orr over Parker. But
I take Orr over Parker too, because
his resume.
He's coach of top 10, right? Coach of top 10 defense, and I want Shotty to have his guy, and it's seeming like Orr is his guy. Like this is a guy who he's maintained close relationship with,
right?
And so I feel like he's a better guy. But Christian Parker for me is right up there.
Yeah,
because I mean this guy is showing you. I develop first team all pros. He's like Al Harris developed first team all pros.
Right.
Christian Parker develops first team all pros. Don't matter where he go, whether he's in Broncos, he's with the Eagles. I'm sure wherever else he goes, you gonna see them corners.
Right.
First team all pros.
Somebody said, y'all, honesty is not for everybody. It's true. You know.
Yeah,
hey,
that's true. And
it need to be. It need to be. You know why? Because see, Jim Harbaugh in the fucking division now. See all this sucker shit and this sucker content and all this everything. The sun is gonna come out tomorrow. That content ain't gonna win shit with Harbaugh. I'm telling you, we better get serious about the right guy. You know, so like, cause see, listen, you know, stars gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. It's some of these content creators not gonna keep it real, especially the ones that's trying to get a job. They see that the post is going with Jim, so guess what they go do? They go over there with Jim and sell Jim. They go kind of walk timid. Now, Star want to win. She from the Metroplex. I'm from from Dallas. So we blunt as hell because we want it for our city. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So we gonna say what others not willing to say.
Exactly.
Because we trying to beat Harbaugh and we trying to beat Dan Quinn. You know what I mean? And so you got to be a real man and a real woman to be in football. Like for real. Right. Like you think Jimmy Johnson then was soft? You think they was soft? You think they didn't have real fights about what the future should be? And we over here, ooh. And so when we show y'all that
the whole is getting tough. I was like, the NFC as a whole is getting tough.
Yeah.
I mean, when you see the NFC West juggernaut, and you got the NFC North and stuff like that, the NFC South is still like, But even our division, we're the only division that for multiple years we had almost damn near our whole division was in the playoffs.
Right.
So we've always had our division have never been easy. That's why I laugh when people say that type of stuff. So I'm like, really? Because we're one of the only divisions where it's a different division leader every other year. These other divisions, the same team win every year because they division's not competitive.
Right.
But our division is always competitive. It's always been competitive. And it's getting tougher. And then you got the NFC as a whole just getting tougher. That's why it's like you need to get serious because we saw this year. In the years past, if Dak played well, we usually is able to be enough to push us into the playoffs at least. But we saw this year, no.
You better have your shit together.
No, your quarterback playing elite and playing MVP is not enough. We've got to be able to build a real defense. Right. And that's why this defensive coordinator is
important.
We can't screw this up, y'all.
We can't screw this up, and we can't be timid to talk about who should be best. You can't be
who
bullied.
Should be best.
And so when I say we can't
the good, we need the great. We need the best candidate. Not good.
Nope.
We need great. If we saying we're trying to win a Super Bowl within the next 2 years, you need to be great on defense because you're looking at all these teams in the playoffs. The quarterbacks are playing terrible. They're throwing 2 to 3 picks, fumbling all over the place, but they're still winning because they have top defenses. Until we get a top defense, we're not gonna win nothing. That's why they say defense. They say offense wins games, defense wins championships. If you want to win a championship, you've got to have an elite defense, and in order to do that, it starts with who the coordinator is gonna be. Right. That's why we're not just like, oh, it's like Jim is good. He's okay candidate, but he's not even close to being as qualified as the other names that are in the building.
Nope.
And if we're trying to win, we should be trying to pick qualified names over we like him. Right. I don't even know where this like for him comes from. I don't know.
Hey, stop.
I don't know.
Stop. I'm gonna hit this super chat. He said the Jones' first criteria for coach is not if he's best for the job. It's can we control him?
Right.
Listen, B Bird. The only mistake you made is you didn't put that in all caps. We have when we have everybody first in hiring a coach. See, let me give evidence to what B Bird just said. So it came out. A lot of people didn't even know this yesterday. It came out yesterday, and they was leaking it hard all day yesterday. That Jerry threw cold water on Brian Flores. Jerry did it in quotations according to Fisher. He put him in quotes. In other words, that's his words. Do y'all really believe that Mike Fisher is going to, for clicks, create words that Jerry didn't say? He said the concern with Jerry, he likes the culture that he's created. So for all these people that saying this is going to be Brian's pick, are y'all really paying attention? See, B Bird told you the truth with his super chat. Did y'all catch this? He said, and when he cites, what's that word? What does that say? Cites. Uncomfortability was the word that he used to describe Brian Flores. It's going directly to what B Bird said. He does not want the coach that's best for the job. He wants the coach that he can control, even though he said, I am not. And see, this is what's crazy. It's been leaked right now that Gannon is top 2 in front office in Dallas. Okay, so you talked all this stuff about culture like we forgot about this. So this year, he punched his own player. He punched his own player right there. Oh, did you see that star? Did he really just punch his own guy? And we talking about a guy supposed to being able to fit Shotty? And I supposed to ignore this? And I supposed to be like, oh, boss, just, support this, boss. Support. He punched his, and we got the nerve to say Brian Flores don't fit. No, this shit don't fit. Exactly. If you said Chris Richard couldn't just get in the face of Sean Lee and LVE, how the hell do you have a guy that just punched his own guy? You so unemotional, you so emotionally unstable that in front of the world, you punched your own player. This guy is one of the top candidates. Yeah, because he is that broken ass coach that can be controlled.
Exactly. Let's look at him. Exactly. He's a broken coach. And that's the criteria Jerry said he wasn't going to follow. That's why he does not fit. And if you're talking about Brian Flores, he going to tell you like it is. But see, what y'all not realizing is, and this is why I say Shotty, I know people saying Shotty is a puppet, but this is why I say Shotty not a puppet. Shotty has pushed back since day one.
See, hold on real quick. I'm sorry. I got to get this. See, because I know your type, my brother. I know your type. See, I know how some of y'all think. Y'all kind of like y'all front office kiss asses. So when y'all see us show truth,
God, these type of people.
Yeah, when y'all see us tell the truth about Jerry, you get skittish because you can't handle the truth, and you start feeling like it's over. So you start attacking the people that's trying to actually win. Exactly. So your weak ass trying to change the conversation of digs.
Change the subject. Exactly. People do that to me with Mozzie. It's like, what the fuck Mozzie got to do with this shit, bro?
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all just bring this shit up to try to discredit us.
So when he came in and he hearing the evidence of accountability, listen, bro. It's channels that's gonna give you everything. They hate Diggs. They hate Micah. They love Jerry. Take your ass over there. It's plenty of channels that's never go hold front office account. Take your weak ass over there, bro. This channel and Star Channel is for people who want to win. So we have equal opportunity smoke for whoever in the way. It could be Jerry messing up. It can be Brian Schottenheimer messing up. It can be one of the players messing up. It can be any one of that.
Exactly.
So Yeah. So anyway, and the fact that we over here talking about coaches and you talking about Diggs is proof that you are an absolute kiss ass.
Exactly. They got nothing to do with this shit.
Yeah,
But
puppet
what I
ass
was
dude.
gonna say-
Go, and I mean that. Go to channels, cause see, I know your type, bro. I see your type all the time, bro. You can't handle the truth, bro. So you want to try to chance the subject. Yeah, he talking about Law better than me. Yeah, shit, I'm better than you. Yeah, but I'm better than you. Law better than me, but I'm better than you. Yeah, ain't that some shit? Law better than me, but I'm better than you. Ain't that some shit? Yeah, ain't that some shit? Like, look, you talking shit for free. I'm getting paid to talk right now. You talking shit for free. I'm actually getting a bag to talk ball right now while you on my dick and on my channel. So anyway, but you know, I need to make examples of people like that because they too weak. You can't have them weak ass people when we trying to actually do what needs. See, because when we holding Jerry accountable, it's not that we dislike Jerry. We want what Jerry want. We want to win. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So people that really, really love this team, what they go do is they go say, listen, man, Jerry, I know you trying, but what you doing ain't good for winning. Right. And you say what you have to say about that. You don't act like these people who like to put their head in the sand, you know, and pretend that everything is going to be okay. Don't even shoot him either. I'm okay with people talking shit because I like to expose them types, you know. So,
yeah.
And also Law is better than me. I do want to say that too. Law is somebody that I admire. Law is somebody that I aspire to be. So if you thought that was gonna make me be like, oh, well, I'm offended at that. No, Law is like my big brother. Let me say that right now. Law is a dude that helps everybody. Like if you want to be an example of who to be in this space, it is Law Nation. You thought that was gonna offend me, my brother? No. That's confirmation. Yep. Law is who. See, let me tell you what Law is. Law is the person that's fully independent and self-sufficient by talking about content, so he don't have to kiss no ass and be nobody's bitch.
Exactly.
All right, back to football. The Joneses like their coaches desperate. When you're desperate, you agree to anything for the least amount. Yep. And that's what it is, man. So what I wanted to do is, and I'm gonna probably do a part 2 on this. Do we have anything else on this? I don't know. I don't think we do. Oh, I got some more stuff. I do got a little bit more, just a little bit, and then we out.
Okay.
All right. This is the thing that we need to do. This is what this whole thing is about. This is not about shitting on Jerry and Steven and all of that. It's never gonna be about. This is about having a true war room discussion. So I want y'all to know that when Brian Schottenheimer was fighting for Booker, that was a war room. They was fighting so hard that they was horse. Go ahead and shoot him. He getting on my goddamn nerves. Shoot him. Get him out. Shoot him. I don't want to see him no more. He here to get on my dick. Just get him out of here. So, when it comes to what we want to do is we want to present the case of how to win, which is what Brian was doing with Booker. And he ended up being right because he also pushed for Pickens.
Right. That's what I was getting into. I was like, that's why I can't sit here and call Brian a puppet, because a puppet says use me any way you want to.
Right.
I don't see see Shotty saying use me any way you want to, because again, in a year where we already had guard depth and then we had a clear hole at number 2 at our number 2 wide receiver position, Brian pushed for a guard at 12, right? And got us that guard at 12. When you talk about, then he turned around, because we was thinking, well, that's why Team Weapons was mad on draft night, because we was like, well, we fucked. Like, that was our only chance. We didn't think the front office was going to go out and get nobody of substance. So we said, we screwed. Jalen Tolbert is our number 2. But Shotty said, nah, F that. Go get Pickens. And he was on their ass about Pickens. So when you see that as a coach like this who is pushing, then when you looking at all these different types of candidates, a coach that actually likes to do a hiring cycle and not just these predetermined outcomes. Like as Boss says, like they like to pick predetermined coaches. They don't want to do actually cast a wide net and do a hiring process. Like this man is actually fighting to change shit here, y'all.
Yep.
Is he perfect? No.
But
He's
he's
not
fighting.
perfect.
He fighting.
But he's fighting.
Yep. Yeah, he's
not
clearly
just
fighting.
bending over and saying, Jerry, use me. I don't see him doing that. I don't see him just saying, Jerry, use me any way you can. And I feel like that's why you see the front office pushing back against him.
Right. He getting pushed back. And we need to be pushing with him, with the type of candidates that fit him.
Exactly.
That's
because
what we should be doing.
They trying to slide in Trojan horses.
Yep.
They didn't want to fire Eberflus. They wanted to drag it out. Shotty said, no, get him out now. They don't like this. They don't like when a coach come in and ruffle the feathers because they said it at the press conference. Jerry said, I wanted Shotty because of difference.
Yep. But he's not different.
But he's not different. But they thought he was. That's why they hired him.
And that's why they fighting him like this, because they thought he was different.
Exactly.
But he was the one that was fighting for Brian Flores.
Exactly.
He was the one.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And then maybe Jerry and them was like, oh, the lawsuit. That's why who's the first person who did he say, okay, well, let me get his disciple in here. In Durante Jones. So Shotty is trying to push for his guys. But as we know, with this damn front office, everything is a fight.
Right.
Because Jerry wants to co-coach.
That's what it is. So
he wants to co-coach.
Yeah. So this is what it is, man. It comes down to this. We have to basically pressure them to do what they said that they said they was gonna do. This is what they said they was gonna do. I'm gonna turn off the music so y'all can hear it. Listen close.
I think that's the greatest part, is being aligned from top down, and that's one of the commitments that we all made sitting in there about what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. You know, it starts with ownership coming down, but Shotty's got a plan, got a vision. We're going to support that, and then what we'll do is continue to, add good players. I have a great feeling about Shotty, what he's looking for. He's going to communicate. He's going to over-communicate. He's going to ask his staff to do that, and they're going to over-communicate with us, and we're going to over-communicate with them. That's how we're going to get it done the first year. We'll continue to grow and get better at it.
They didn't keep that promise.
They didn't.
They didn't keep their promise.
And the fact that they pushing back so fast, y'all, like Shotty need our help, y'all. That's all I can say. Like, he needs our help. He needs us to help fight for him, because they are saying, oh, he's not as controllable as we thought. I'm trying to tell y'all, they trying to get a plan B in house. That's why they pushing for Jim Leonhard. He don't have no experience.
Right.
They would be the ones who would give him his first DC job,
like Brian,
in the NFL.
Right.
Exactly. So when they have it over you that I gave you this, I gave you that, then it gives them the position to be different.
Right.
Basically. So that's why they pushing for him. That's why they pushing for Gannon, because Jerry sees Gannon is broken.
Right.
And he can easily get Gannon to come over here, and he can do it, and he can co-coach.
That's right.
And Gannon will just say, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's why he want him. But that may be what Jerry and Steven want, but that's not what's going to yield us Super Bowls.
Nope.
Jerry just said he been doing that dumb shit for 30 years, and look at the results.
And promised that he wasn't going to do it again. And did it again. He said we wasn't looking at them types. We wasn't looking at, because a lot of people, they kind of being kind of like retreads. That's a little bit too. We need to explain it a little bit more. It's not just retreads. It's nothing wrong with a retread if it's a good candidate.
Because Brian Flores would be considered a retread. Patricia would be considered. So it's not just, okay, if you failed before, we don't want you, but it's these certain types. It's like you can fail before, but at your previous stop, before you come to the Cowboys, Brian wants you to be successful. He doesn't want the coach where you haven't been successful.
Yeah.
Point blank period. So when Gannon, that's why we saying Gannon is who really don't fit. People can kind of make arguments for Jim, but Gannon don't fit at all.
Oh, Gannon don't fit. Gannon's scary. Gannon is Evil Flus Part 2, but stupid.
Yeah. I'm like, you can't have that.
He'll actually punch a player.
Yeah. He may have a little bit of some psychological issues. I don't
For
know
real,
about
something
Gannon.
like you punch your player, bro.
He's scared, and that's scary. I want to know why, because when you look at how he's trying to pump up his team, he don't even know how to do it. But you getting so angry that you're not. What I'm saying is, Gannon's not a rah-rah coach. So the fact that he punched his player, like, you got to watch out for those types.
He got a super chat. He said, boss, real Cowboy fans see the movement. We all need to continue to use our voice to make changes. No Trojan horse coaches. Keep pushing. We got your back. Thank you, bro. And I really mean this. I almost cried when I said this. I want everybody to get behind this, but my boy Elm. I don't want my boy Elm help right now. Y'all pray for my brother. For real. I'm sorry, y'all. I talked to El before the show. He going through it. Y'all pray for my brother, man.
Yeah.
For real. So, El, I see you in the chat, and I know you'll get wired up. Don't do shit. It's enough of us that's gonna fight this fight. So this bigger than football, brother. I don't he got a health concern.
Yeah. Don't even worry about him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I just want to say that real quick because I know my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So anyway, man, I ain't mean to get emotional, but he called me before the show. He told me some stuff, man. It's on my mind.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about him. So anyway, y'all pray for my brother. I mean that. We family up in here, bro. This is real, bro. We family up in here, bro. That's my dog. You know what I'm saying? That's like my brother, man. Like, we talk about everything and not just football. So and I know he loved the Cowboys and would jump his crazy ass in this fight. And I'm telling you, get your ass and get you some rest. So for real. So anyway, man, I didn't mean to do that, but anyway. So damn, I didn't mean to do that. I really didn't. But this is the deal, y'all. I'm seeing the community on this. The community, boy, y'all going hard in these streets, and I love it. It is a movement out here, and regardless of whatever happened, this is the thing. All of us that are participating in this go be able to sleep good knowing we didn't go out fighting. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We went out fighting, and we're fighting for Jerry. We not fighting against Jerry. We fighting for what he wants. And sometimes, and see, this is the deal. Like Mike Fisher said the same thing. He said, whereas if Brian Flores comes here, the uncomfortability victim might be Jerry himself. In other words, you would have been the one that would have been challenged by Brian Flores, and did you really want that?
No.
So
because Jerry don't want to be challenged by two coaches. He already getting challenged by Brian. Then he'll bring in a DC that's challenging him. Right. He don't want that.
Yeah.
He don't want that.
He don't want that. So, yeah, man. So listen, we got some fights on our hand. Let's keep fighting. Shout out to everybody that supports Star. If you have not followed Star yet, you are tripping. If you're not following Coach Marv, you tripping. If you're not following Amp, you tripping. I mean that. So it's like, cause I know the birds of a feather that flock together, and the birds of a feather that flock together here are people that's about winning. Cause see, we ain't trying to network to get jobs here. That's not what we doing. That's just
right.
Could we get good jobs? Sure. It's people that recruit me, man. I had different people that wanted me to do this and that for them. Whatever. Like, yeah, that's cool. But I didn't jump in here for that. Right. I'm not here for that. I'm here to win. So what happens when you're here to win? You also have to be willing to box. So there are occasions that you're going to see me in Starbucks. It's going to happen. It don't happen often, but it happens, and it's intense fights. Like, for real. Like, it's so intense that I hope to God one day that we don't trip. Like, for real. We could get that passionate. Like, for real. That's a true warning. I told West Coast, I said, bro, one day we gonna have a dog out fight.
Yep.
And he got mad at me, but then he thought about it. He said, you right. And eventually we did. But because I said that before it happened, we got over it quick. I love Star too. So it's gonna be one day, I promise you, just because she passionate and I'm passionate, we go bust heads on. I don't know what it's gonna be, but for sure it's gonna happen. Just because she believes what she believes, I believe what I believe, you know. And sometimes we go just it's gonna happen. You see it happen to me and Lou when they talk to basketball. We clash. It's real.
Yeah.
But that clash is for the ultimate goal. And so I just thank everybody, man, that rock, and more so thank y'all for fighting. And I think we presented the evidence. I think y'all should see it kind of clear what's happening. It's pretty clear, huh, Star?
Yeah, I think. I mean, if you don't think it's clear, then that's just how you see it, because people do have different opinions.
Right.
But I feel like we laid out all the reasons why we saying that there's an internal war and why we need to help Shotty push his guys. Because if we don't, the front office is already leaking who their picks are.
Yep.
You know, so if we don't help Shotty, who is going to help him? Because the media is not going to help him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They getting calls likely from Steven and Jerry directly.
Right. And they work for them. So, or they work for the fan or .com. So there's only so much they can say or do. But we're independent media. That's why we have to be able to call things out, because our goal is not to get jobs and all that type of stuff. Our goal is so that we can win a Super Bowl.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why we started doing content. That's why we continue to do content despite all this foolishness. And I ask myself, like, why the hell am I a Cowboys fan? But it's because I love the Cowboys. I can't not be a Cowboys fan. I'm from, I'm from Dallas. Like, this is my
city.
So I can't do nothing about that. I'm just going to have to fight through this Jerry regime that we are under and hope that we can find a coach that can work with him. And I feel like we got to help the good coaches win, because that's the only thing that's going to keep the good coaches here. Because when the good coaches lose, that's when Jerry and them start meddling, and eventually get them out of here.
That's right.
But they'll keep the bad coaches. Yeah, they'll keep. But anyway, sorry.
No. That was a perfect way to.
Yeah, they'll keep the bad coaches. No problem. No problem at all.
He'll keep the bad coaches that he can control. He will.
He sure will.
So let's fight back. You are the customer. If somebody serve you a well done steak and you want it medium, push the plate back. We out. Fight, man. We gotta fight. Keep fighting, y'all. Keep fighting. Shout out to Mike McCarthy. Got a job offer. Let's go. Or getting interest. Mike McCarthy walked away.